Opening in theaters this week from Focus Features is the single-location film Inside, starring Willem Dafoe, and here's my review. Plenty of worthwhile films have been made that are set in one place, and they managed to create a surprising amount of excitement and character development out of the leads being stuck there. Inside attempts that with its protagonist, an art thief trapped inside a high-tech fancy apartment. Despite Dafoe's best efforts, though, the film winds up feeling too repetitive. There are a few interesting themes, but this might have been a lot better suited as a short film. What commands our attention early on is the presence of Dafoe. He is one of those actors who can play both subtle and out-there characters. In Inside, we get more of the latter, and it's certainly a difficult role to play, as he has nobody else to play off of. He's able to depict this art thief trying to think on his feet and use the tools available to him while also slowly losing his sanity. The pacing is plodding, but it's a credit to Dafoe that one's interest peaks back up in a few places. One device of him creating a narrative out of watching the apartment's security camera footage is where a bit of inspiration strikes. The film also tries to present a commentary on the modern art world. The apartment is full of these expensive modernist paintings and sculptures. However, they don't provide much use to the thief during this dire situation, showing that just because they cost a lot does not mean they have that much value to the average person. Most of his actions during the film involve destroying this apartment, and that gets old having to watch this over and over again for about 100 minutes. Occasionally there'll be a funny little moment, like a musical fridge with a little food, but they're few and far between. Director Vasilis Katsoupis does try to use the space of this apartment as best as he can, but it also gets tiring seeing the same place again and again, just looking slightly more destroyed since the last time he was in that particular room. The movie requires an enormous amount of suspension of disbelief, as it seems unrealistic that nobody would check this millionaire's apartment, not even a maid or someone else hired to make sure everything is in place. If the film was more compelling, these questions would not be going through one's mind, but it starts to wander as we're given little else to latch onto. Inside tries to rely mainly on having Willem Dafoe as its lead, but he can only do so much. Despite a few intriguing themes and the way it sometimes plays reality, the movie gets way too repetitive, and there are times when one struggles to stay awake. Dafoe livens things up a few times, but he's not given much of a character to work with, even as he slowly descends into madness. Inside becomes mostly an experimental piece rather than a film with a compelling narrative, and is not able to sustain its runtime.